اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم أنت ربي لا إله إلا أنت خلقتني وأنا عبدك وأنا على عهدك ووعدك ما استطعت. أعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت. أبوء لك بنعمتك علي وأبوء بذنبي فاغفر لي فإنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. So alhamdulillah, it is a great blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are all able to come and pray salat to Isha as a jama'ah. And currently we are in the month of Dhul Hijjah. We are in the end of the month of Dhul Hijjah, the 26th today, because it is past Maghrib right now. And there are 4 months that were considered sacred in Islam. That is Dhul Hijjah, Dhul Hijjah, Muharram, and Rajab. Those 4 months are considered sacred in Islam, and they are deemed that there was supposed to be no fighting in those 4 months. But there are also many significant occasions, and there are also many significant events in the other months of Islam. For example, we are coming up to one right now, which is the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. In the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, there was a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which was narrated by Ibn Abbas, that there are no days during which the righteous deeds are more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala besides these 10 days. And where he was referring to the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. And then the Sahaba asked him, "O Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is it even better than going and fighting in the jihad in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?" And he replied, "Yes, it is better than going and fighting in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, except for a man who goes out with himself and his wealth and he comes back with nothing." So these 10 days are very significant for Muslims in Islam, but then there's also sometimes where people usually get confused because there are some other hadith, or there are some times where it'll mention 10 days, and then people will think that it is referring to the 10 last days of Ramadan. But usually when it is referring to the 10 in Ramadan, it will mention the last 10 nights. It won't mention it by days. If it says the 10 days, then it is usually referring to the 10 days, the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. But whenever it usually says 10 nights, if it usually says 10 nights, then it's referring to the 10 nights in Ramadan. Because for Ramadan, it is the last 10 nights that are the sacred ones, and then for Dhul Hijjah, it is the first 10 days that are sacred. And then another thing that we should keep in mind for the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah is that there is a great reward in fasting in the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. So if possible, we should all try our best to fast all the 10 days of the Hijjah, well, all the first 9 days of the Hijjah. Although it says 10 days of the Hijjah, the 10th day of the Hijjah is Eid. So of course, we're not going to be fasting on the day of Eid, only the first 9 days of the Hijjah. And the 9th day of the Hijjah is Yawm al-Arafah, the day of Arafah, in which when you fast, then you're going to have forgiveness for the sins that you did the year before, and you are going to be forgiven for the sins you did the year coming. So we should keep this in mind, and we should try our best to fast all those days, and as if not possible, we should try at least to fast on the day of Arafah if possible, inshallah. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
It's not include the day of the Eid, like what people fast in the morning to go not include that day or something like that. Like on the day of Eid, people say, okay, they don't eat or drink. They like to do fasting until after the prayer.
Yeah. That's also one thing that usually people forget too. Like, it's not considered on the other Eid in Ramadan, but yeah, for the Eid al-Adha, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would usually fast in the morning, and he wouldn't eat until after the prayer, the Eid prayer and Salah. So yeah, that's one thing I forgot. Jazakallah for reminding me.
That's the 10th days they count as 10 or
Yeah, on the 10th day, on the 10th of Eid.
that's the fasting day.
Yeah, yeah, Jazakallah for reminding me. Mhm.